Okay, in the contents pane and for the census data, we're going to click. Oh, we are already here, and we can see that GeoID has a numeric. GeoID has a numeric. Where did it show numeric data type double in 15 digits in length? And we're going to close this field design view and open the text. So it's text. So text. And we're going to close this table fields design view, open tracks attribute table to see the data values and sort it ascending. So I'm going to close this, and this is 10. Go to sort it ascending. So the first row value for geo identifier 10 has the text value of 040139. 0. Oh, it's a little different, but it's okay. That we have is 0401390459. Census data has a corresponding numeric value, so this number without the leading zero, we will, if we create a new text attribute in census data named GeoID text, its corresponding value would remain 4013010101 without the leading zero. We could add the leading zero, but it would be complicated. It's easier to create a new numeric attribute in tracks that automatically drop any leading zeros. Then we will have to geocodes that match. Now we're going to create a new attribute and populate it using the calculate field tool. So we will create a new numeric attribute in the tracks table and then use the calculate field tool to transform and copy data to it. So with the tracks attribute table open, we're going to click its option to the right, and we will do fields view. And at the bottom of the fields view, we're going to click here to add new field. So once we're there, we're going to type GeoID. So for the field name, and select a double alias, the same field name and GeoID. And this one we will do double for the type, and then click the tab save. Okay, now we saved it, and we close the fields view and right click on the GeoID. Right now, notice that the value of GeoID are all null, and which signifies that data cells are empty and no data has been added to it. So it's not zero, it just have no value. So this value are called null values. So we're going to right click on this GeoID numeric in the tracks table and click calculate fields. And in the fields pane, we're going to double click the GeoID 10 and then create the expression. So GeoID equals this, and the expression syntax from the Python programming language requiring attribute names on the right side to be identified using the exclamation point delimiters. So then we're going to click run, and we can close the geoprocessing pane and take a look at the results. So that's the results, that we get rid of the zeros. And then we do have the new attribute. So we have this value transformed to numeric format without the leading zero. So, and will match perfectly with the geocode in census data. And we close the tracks table and geoprocessing pane. Next, we will use this to make a color path map that compares income Hispanics to those whites. census table has population and per capita income from the total population. White Americans, Native Americans, Hispanic desired for mapping are two ratios: per capita income for Hispanics and Native Americans divided by per capita income for whites. To get started, we're going to create two new attributes in this, and racial Hispanic white income and racial native white income, both with float data type. When finished, close the fields design view. So I already delete every field, so I do not have the data. And I think the census data, I don't have the data there. So okay, yeah, I do. So now let's just create two fields here. Census table. Okay, now we're going to do is go to add a new field. So the first one, I would just say racial Hispanic white income, and I don't know. Okay, I can copy and then I would just paste. Control V. And this one, data type will be float. Float means like decimal point, and racial native white income. Okay, racial native white income, and the same float. Okay, so now I can just save it, and so now we are back in here, and racial Hispanic white income. So calculate field. So when we calculate the field, we will do is Hispanic and then the white. Hispanic versus white. Hispanic population, Hispanic is right here. So Hispanic income divide by ratio of Hispanic and white income, and click run. Okay, so those are the ratio. Do I have to times 100? It's not percent. Ratio, okay. Compares, okay, then alright, so ratio for this one, usual, but that's fine. Sorry for my typo, but it's okay. The income for Native American, oopsies, not this one, it will not calculate. So, Hispanic native and divided by the white. Click run and it will run. So that's the ratio for that. Wow, a lot of zeros. We will have to see later in our exercises. That's how we calculate the ratio for two things here. When we calculate ratios, ensure we do not divide by 0, so which is an undefined operation in mathematics. So we can select rows in which the divisor is not 0, and then the calculate field tool will include only the selected field rows, thus avoiding dividing by 0. So now we have on the map tab, we're going to select this and select the table. Okay, close it out and right click on here and go to select this and go select by attributes and census data selection type. So we will create the condition needed for selecting table rows in which the divisor white income is greater than 0. In here we're going to learn more about the attribute queries. So the geoprocessing pane, we're going to add across that we will make the following selections here. We can click the value button, drop the list below, and to display all existing values in here, and then click a value such as the 0 needed here to complete the query criteria expression using the job list, has the advantage of correctly formatting data values for use in queries, which works well for date and text attribute. So this one will be the white income is greater than 0. There. And click Add and Run. Perfect. And now we select, so let's see the table of contents open. So now this one we select 913 and 913. It should be 908. Everything is selected. Let's see. We have to go back to map, select by attribute, new selection. So let's see, it is a new selection, and let's clear. Okay, let me clear everything and select by attributes again. Census data, new attribute, add a clause. So this and equal is greater than 0. Value is 0. Click add. Oh, I didn't add. Click run again. And now it's 908 out of 113. I didn't click add. Oh, it's so easy to just forget about it. So now it selects 908 out of 913 tracks, all with positive values for the white income, and we close this geoprocessing pane, and then right click the heading for racial native field and click calculate field. So now I'm going to right click calculate fields again, in the same way that we will use the Hispanic income divided by non-white income. Click run again. There. So that the expression, and we will do the native again. Okay, let's do the native so that we don't have that problem. I forgot that we cannot. 0 is not a dividend. So this one, native income divided by the white income. Click run. There. So we're done. Okay. So, and then if you get an error message, well, right now we don't have, so you just have to match what I have for the function. So in the table, we're going to right click the racial Native American white income and click sort ascending. Racial Native white, and then ascending. Oh, descending. Okay. Wow. Oh, descending. There. Okay, descending. So now the figure has the result for a half dozen sorted rows sorted by racial Native American income. In some tracks, Native American income is more than 4 times higher than whites, but in most tracks, the ratio are less than 1. With the 908 rows of census data with positive white income still selected, we create and run the following expression. So which we did. Hispanic and white. Clear selection, close the table, and close the geoprocessing pane when finished. Save the project, and then we will see the first half dozen records sorted as descending for the results. So we can do descending. So, and clear selection. Okay, and then I can close it everything. Alright, so now we're going to extract substring fields and concatenate string fields. If we sort the tracks attribute table ascending for Geo ID 10, the first value is 040130101001. This unique identifier for census tracts is composed of 3 parts. So 04 is the American National Standards Institute code for Arizona.